when the market gets hot in Silicon Valley, people fragment and start their own companies a little bit too much, and their availability capital propels this. So it's more difficult to assemble and marshal the critical density of talent I was talking
about. Which we were talking about before which is what made PayPal Ovitz was doing.
What made Michael successful was the ability to do that in Hollywood. And what made PayPal successful was the ability for at least a place and time for us to do that in Palo Alto and Mountain View. And the companies that really succeed become this magnet for talent, and they're able to sustain it for a significant period of time. But if too many people fragment, it creates almost like an artificially low number of super successful, important companies.
Yeah.
So to some extent, it's actually easier to be successful when the macro market cools down a bit, because your ability to get talent in one place and keep it in one place is actually improved.
Yeah, and so it would be almost like if in the Hollywood metaphor, if all of a sudden Spielberg's like, I'm going to write my own screenplays, and Crichton's like, I'm going to start directing. It's like, well, it would be better if you guys worked together and kept that talent base together. And if you look at the Warriors.
Yes, the Warriors are a good sports example of this.
Like they've actually been able to keep, I sat courtside at the game just the other day, and I was just watching this game versus the Spurs, and I looked at it, it's like 5 all-stars are on the court at the same time. Steph, Clay, Draymond, Kevin Durant, and then they put Boogie in there. It was just bizarre to watch. And they scored, I think, 25 baskets in a row or something ridiculous. And you're just watching it going, God, this is such a moment in time.
Yeah, it's very rare, especially when you have this artificial constraint of a salary cap, which doesn't apply as much in the business world. That's designed to sort of spread and create more mediocrity. By definition, that's what a salary cap is designed to do. You can cheat at the edges and be brilliant at the edges, as the Warriors have been. But in the startup world, you don't have that artificial constraint. You could actually monopolize talent. And that's one of my goals in life. Speaking of Michael Ovitz, is I've always joked with my friends about one day I want to figure out how to monopolize talent.
Yeah.
I haven't quite figured that one out yet.
A cap table that can fit everybody. A salary cap. A ball that can be shot by 5 people concurrently. I mean, it's like there's only one ball.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do. And figure out how to scale it too, generationally. Right, people get older, and you want to find up and coming, undiscovered talent, like you would draft people out of high school in basketball, and how to do that in a scalable way. I'd love to figure out how to put this all together before I quit this job.